Alright, it's me again. I'm doing a emergency video. What I mean by emergency video is because the deck that I posted on 2 weeks ago, the Dark Diablo deck, I had done some improvisations, so I had to do this video. So this is a slightly more upgraded version compared to the deck that I posted 2 weeks ago. So let's get started. The starter is still the same. The starter is still Full Bow Brave because it helps us to search for our great trees, the Dark Diablo, and it helps out to thin the deck. But most of the time, via playtesting, I felt that Creeping Dark Goat might make a better choice because most of the time you're going to sack him off using this Aura Geyser's Dam. In fact, first up, I'm going to talk about the Great Force. Our main ace is 4 copies of the Dark Dragon Phantom Blaster Diablo because he basically has a defense breaker and he gives the crit and it forces our opponent to retire, so we're running four of him. You might realize that this entire deck just plays around Dark Dragon Phantom Blaster Diablo plays, and he's basically our main win condition. Our backup win condition is 2 copies of Dark Dragon Spectral Blaster Diablo, or Duke as I prefer to call it. Basically he's the Shadow Paladin's version of a Restander, but with an added plus because upon activation of his skill you may superior call a unit, and this causes a lot of power plays with our grade 1 and grade 2 lineup. Then we have Aura Geyser Damned, and the copy of Aura Geyser to be flipped for Dam's effect. Dam's effect is basically he will retire stuff your opponent controls if you manage to pull grade 1s or grade 0s. So it works. It sets us up towards the Phantom Blaster Diablo play. The turn we sets us up for that. So we are playing this instead of the standard Aura Geyser. For the grade 3 lineup, of course, 4 copies of Blaster Dark Diablo. Basically, his GB2 will give us a free strike as long as we strike something with the name Blaster. Basically, of our 8 strikes, 6 of our strikes have the name Blaster, so we're getting a free strike. You can pitch anything to strike, and it's pretty efficient. The second skill is if we strike Dark Dragon Phantom Blaster Diablo, we get to burn off one of our opponent's units. This can seal their fate because if they can't sacrifice their stuff, they basically cannot guard our double crit attack. Then we have a full play set of this Death Spray Dragon. This is a new guy that came out in the new set, and I'm pretty happy that Bushiroad created something like this because basically after he attacks Generation Break 1, you kill one of your units, counter blast 1, kill one of his units. So again, it sets up for Dark Dragon Phantom Blaster Diablo turn. As for grade 2, we are running a full play set of Hoel. Since this is a Diablo or Blaster deck hybrid, I figured out that this card is pretty important. Basically, he is a whenever you call a grade 1, he gets bigger. He's a bit stick, and if you call a Kahedin, you may soul charge 1 and counter charge 1, which is pretty efficient for us to save costs. The changes I did here is I added 3 copies of Dark Saga Painter. When you have a Diablo Vanguard, Dark Saga Painter is considered a grade 1 when it is in the deck. So that means even you check him with Dam, he's a grade 1. Very efficient. 3 copies of him because of the reason that we play Trumpeter. Trumpeter will allow us to superior call him if we need, and we can have a new refresh a new column. I'll show you the combo later. The last grade 2 is 3 copies of this Maka. Maka, she's a typical Ember clone. Using her because of her effect that she can superior call stuff, and I mean her art is basically really nice, so I just have to run 3 of her. As for the grade 1, pretty standard, 4 copies of the Perfect Guard, Unflipper Perfect Guard, because it's a Shadow Paladin deck. Okay, this is the guy that I was talking about, 2 copies, the Trumpeter. Basically, when you call, if you have a Blaster Vanguard, which we will always have a Blaster Vanguard, you call her, Soul Blast 1, and Superior Call another grade 1. So we call 1 to get 2. So we if you really need to refresh a column to get an extra attack, you can always call her, Soul Blast, Superior Call Dark Saga, and you get a new column, which will force a 10k from your opponent. So pretty useful. Therefore I run 2 copies. Then we play 4 off Kahedin. Kaedin is basically Hoel's partner. Basically, if you have Hoel on the field and you call Kaedin, you get to unflip one, counter charge one, and soul charge one. And whenever Kaedin dies, he gives a Vanguard plus 5k, and if your Vanguard hits, you may superior call a unit, and if you have Hoel on the field, the superior call unit gets plus 5k. So he's really good, and he works amazing with this Spectral Duke. So basically, because Duke can attack twice, meaning that there's a high chance the opponent will let the attack through for once, and that one time could allow you to call the Trumpeter, call back Dark Saga, and like refresh the field. So it's really good. Next up, we have 4 Charon. Charon is basically self-explanatory because number 1, he's 2 units when he's being eaten, and number 2, he can help us search for this Blasted Dark Diablo, because we want to be in Blasted Dark Diablo. We don't want to be on Death Spray, because that'll be really bad. 1 copy of Branwen, because we need to get the first strike. The first strike is not free, we have to pitch something for the first strike, but after that we could just pitch anything, so we just 1 Branwen just in case. As for triggers, 4 of the draw triggers just for the soul and the draw power. 2 of the stands. This stand is really good because it returns to deck when it's sacked and is considered 2 units when it's sacked. But I'm not sure whether I want to play this or want to play more crits, so I'll have to play test further. So far I had really nice games with this guy, because sometimes I just need the extra push to kill my opponents, because sometimes I already have the new column and it's still not enough to kill my opponent, and I just pull a stand and I just restand my Hoel and I'll just whack for game. So far I had really nice experiences with this guy, so I'm not sure whether I want to take him out, but I'll just leave him there just for, in case I run out of Charons, he'll be my sack. And 6 crits and 4 heals. So this is basically my deck. I'll show you the image of victory. This is one of the many images of victory. So if your field state is like this, you basically strike into Phantom Blaster Diablo, blow up one of his units, then you activate this guy's skill, then you will attack with Death Spray Dragon first, then Death Spray skill activate, counterblast 1, retire this unit, give Phantom Blaster Diablo 5k, and then you will attack maybe with Hoel for a second attack, maybe attack his rear guard just to pressure him so that he doesn't have any rear guard. Now he has 2 rear guards down, 1 from the strike skill, 1 from this guy, and you attack for the middle, sack. They cannot guard unless they have to sack 2 units. So basically another Kaedin down. That means when he hits, we can superior call 2 units, and they're gonna take a lot of damage. That's 2 damage going down. So basically they cannot guard because we have blown up like 2 of their units, and this guy attacks a rear guard. So but if that's not enough to finish them off, and this attack hits, and somehow they pull a double heal, triple heal. I know I've seen a triple heal before, I'm not kidding. You're basically get a superior call 2 units, so you call 1, and you basically call 1 column here, 1 Trumpeter, Soul Blast 1, call her, then call another Trumpeter, Soul Blast, call. You get 2 extra columns, and chances are that's enough to finish off your opponent. So this is the update of the deck. I hope you guys like it. I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching.